Okay, so House Republicans are saying they won't pass any budget that doesn't have 8% spending cuts to all non-defense spending. So someone just sent me a document that links to all the different appropriations bills and shows exactly how they're getting to that 8%. And it's shocking, especially when you consider that they still want to cut more taxes for rich people. Let me give you a little sampling of the worst cuts. Let me be clear, this is like a fraction of the cuts they're going for. Okay, they start out by stripping nutritional spending. So $32 billion they want to take from SNAP. They want to cut WIC by $800 million. They want to cut the fruit and vegetable benefit by 56 to 70% per recipient. Next, let's look at Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. They want to cut Social Security administration by $183 million and the Center for Medicare and Medicaid Services by $798 million. Now let's talk about how they want to gut public education. They want to cut Title I education for K-12 students 77%, which is $14.7 billion. This could mean 220,000 teachers' jobs getting cut. Okay, now let's talk about the cuts they want to make to medical research. This includes massive cuts to cancer research, mental health research, and neurological research. They want to cut $2 billion from the National Institutes for Health. Next section, attacks on abortion access. And yes, you can attack this quite a bit through the budgeting process. For example, the VA provides abortions to service members in the case of incest, rape, or health of the mother. They want to defund that. They want to cut funding for abortion services in Washington, D.C. They've inserted a measure that would block mifepristone, the abortion pill, from being sent by pharmacists. They want to cut funding for abortions for people detained by ICE. Oh, and they want to defund Planned Parenthood. But wait, there's more. They want to cut funding for rural broadband by 23%. In this next section, they want to cut funding for local and federal law enforcement. This includes cutting FBI salaries by $415.3 million. They also want to cut ATF funding by $140.93 million. That's the bureau that deals with gun violence. They're going to cut funding for the United States Parole Commission, tough on crime. Cut DOJ funding by $2.2 billion and U.S. attorneys by $600 million. Let's keep going to their slashing funding to provide safe and clean drinking water. They are cutting $1.9 billion from state and tribal assistance grants to have clean water. Oh, and they want to cut $564 million from the Office of Lead Hazard Control and Healthy Homes. This translates to 69,000 children who will not have their homes inspected for lead hazards. Okay, the next section deals with cutting funding for housing assistance programs. Republicans want to cut funding for direct housing loans by 30%. They want to cut the only program dedicated to affordable housing construction by 67%. Looks like they're also trying to privatize special housing assistance. The next section deals entirely with allowing discrimination against LGBTQ people. It eliminates the Matthew Shepard and James Byrd Jr. Hate Crimes Prevention Act grants, as well as the Community Violence Intervention and Prevention grants and other grant programs to prevent violence and hate crimes. Eliminates the funding for them. And finally, Republicans want to eliminate crucial job training programs for seniors, young people, and adults struggling to find employment. And they want to eliminate the federal work-study program, through which 660,000 American students currently receive work-based assistance. Oh, and they cut Pell Grant amounts as well. Y'all, if you want to see this entire document, email me and I'll send it to you, but just know that if the cruelty is the point, Republicans are truly making that point well with this set of appropriations bills. Never let them live it down.